AAA gaming in the West is dead. Like, I think we can all agree with it at this point in time, especially when you have the once great BioWare, the studio that brought you such great games. Like, just take a look at their bio right there, but it's also kind of telling given the fact what they lead with. The official Twitter feed of BioWare, creators of Anthem. If you've also done Mass Effect and Dragon Age, but you lead with one of the biggest bombs in gaming history, we already know what time you're on. But when they decide to put this out on Easter, today is Transgender Day of Visibility. You're supposed to make games, okay? Aren't you working on Dragon Age 4? Aren't you working on not quite Mass Effect 4 because Andromeda's 4 and that killed my love for video games. But no, a proper sequel because you messed it up the first time around by calling in Anita Sarkeesian. I wish I was joking. But even after driving off all the people that made BioWare, you've got this husk of a company pushing ideology over games. They haven't done anything in years. But no, we have to take a moment to recognize that trans people have always been a part of our world. Okay, cool, then why do they now need a day of visibility? We're proud to support them both within our games and in real life. And there's a picture from, I don't know, Dragon Age. I didn't play Dragon Age, but I'm well aware of it. But they're so happy with their post that they had to lock replies. But this is the year, and thanks to a lot of the Gamergate stuff that was definitely kicked off. A Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. I would argue that was the inciting act. Obviously, you can draw back a little bit further with Alan Wake and then maybe with Starfield at the midpoint of 2023, but everything really kicked into high gear once we figured out who was behind the atrocious Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. And well, we see now that game really fell off, but what would be the legs? What would be the legacy of Rocksteady Studios getting in bed with Sweet Baby Inc? And now we finally have an answer to that, and that is with the first round of planned DLC. And you would think if you were planning to bring in such an iconic character like the Joker, why wouldn't that be a part of your initial release strategy? But it makes sense because you actually have a more cringy version than what Jared Leto brought to the screen back in 2016, so I can understand why you left it off the initial release cycle. But Suicide Squad kills the Justice League's new Joker is here, and players aren't laughing. Oh, you don't say. It's bad too, huh? Weird. Rocksteady Studios' Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League got a shot in the arm Thursday. Did it really? With the release of its first season, which notably brings the Joker back to the franchise's Arkhamverse. Joker is a newly playable character plucked from an alternative reality Elseworlds, who joins the Suicide Squad on their mission to kill a bunch of alternate reality brainiacs. Oh, how fantastic. I'm sure he's just shooting a gun like everybody else. Stellar gameplay that thing has. By the way, everybody talks about the disrespect that it shows the Justice League, but the gameplay was absolutely atrocious. Players who stuck with the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, a couple hundred of them in the past 2 months, are now getting their first taste of Rocksteady's DLC plans, and they don't seem to be too happy with how the Joker was rolled out. You don't say. Unlocking him requires more of the same grind that Kills the Justice League has been criticized for. Oh no, but I thought I heard from mass media critics that no guys, you don't understand. The gameplay's good, you might not like the story, or it depends. Okay, was that, I forget which outlet that was, because then there was the other ones that says, yeah, the gameplay might be a little bit samey, but the story's really great. So you would think by bringing in one of the biggest villains, the biggest villain in the Batman pantheon, that would make for more story beats that you could hit and be able to tell a much grander story. Oh wait, now you're having to admit that your ideological pet over there is actual trash? Oh no. The Justice League's Joker is free to acquire. No players can spend a premium currency on him. Imagine that, known as Luther coins, to unlock him faster. Oh boy, pay to win strategies, a big old long grind, or you could just pay for something that's gonna make your boring ass grindy game a little bit less boring and grindy by having more insufferable dialogue over the top. Yay! For players, yes, who don't want to unlock him, by doing so, they get a new playable character with a new talent tree. Oh boy, more grind. Fantastic. To fill out in Joker's unique style of traversal. That's so unique, in fact, that it needs to basically act the same way that everybody else does. having Captain Boomerang zip across the sky with the Speed Force, having Harley Quinn attached to a Batcopter, Bat drone, something like that, in order to, zip around the skies. You have King Shark with a jetpack, and then you also have Deadshot with a jetpack. I bet you the Joker's gonna have some kind of a jetpack too. It's gonna be so great. Or maybe he throws chattering teeth in the air and he jumps off of them. Who gives a shit? In action, Joker looks pretty fun. Yeah, but what about the people that are actually playing it? Oh, right. Suicide Squad kills the Justice League's players. Burned after the Joker expansion. Oh, no! Oh, no, you don't say. Writing on Reddit about the game's recent Joker expansion, one player stated, "It's time to admit that we gave the developers a chance and the benefit of the doubt, and we got burned." Oh no, the top reply reads, "It's like seeing the forest on fire and you drive up to it and go in anyways." You already knew that from the beginning, but that's Reddit having a normal one. These comments are in response to a video by the Angry Joe Show. Oh, man, even Angry Joe's pissed off about that stuff? Holy! He starts the video by saying, "This has to be a joke. I've got $7 left in my pocket." He continues, "This is the worst DLC launch of any live service games I know of." Wow. I used to be a fan of Angry Joe way back in the cut. Actually went to a panel. He was at SGC 2014. I got a pin on my lanyard. I wasn't anticipating talking about this, mostly because it was just a memory that got unlocked in my mind. But yeah, I was a fan. I was subscribed to him for a very long time until he started to do wonky movie and TV takes, and then of course, developed a terminal case of TDS around 2016. And then it's like, all right, a bunch of the different content creators that I used to like, I just got to wave bye to because, well, you intrinsically hate me, and now it's starting to cloud your coverage. So bye-bye. Kind of like being the first couple hundred subscribers to the Game Grumps, and then after, JonTron gets kicked off and Ego Raptor goes full feminist, it's like, okay, bye. You're funny as hell, or at least used to be. It's time to say goodbye. But even still, an ideological clock can be right twice a day. Joe complains that there are no new story missions, no new mission types, no enemies. He estimates that it takes around 70 missions to rank up enough to even be able to play as Joker. Or, you could just slap down some money to get immediate access. The new character introduced in this season complaining about the grindy nature of the season. It's not just the fans who are disappointed by Kill the Justice League. It didn't meet their expectations of Warner either. Chief Financial Officer Gunnar Weidenfels said Kill the Justice League has fallen short of our expectations. I mean, hey, we take a look at the 7-day trend over here on the Steam charts, and I understand that that doesn't caption the gigantic user base that might be out there on Xbox or on PlayStation, but Steam is pretty much the biggest place, the biggest landing spot for this game. And within the past 10 minutes, 850 people were playing it. 851. Sorry, don't want to undersell it. Okay, don't want to be accused of anything. Don't want to be disseminating false or misinformation. Okay, and yeah, 1,100 people were playing in the past 24 hours over the past weekend. So yeah, it looks like the Joker really did numbers for him. Really did numbers, peaking at about 2,950 people after the drop of the brand new content that's out there. And well, now it's just steadily on the decline. There is nothing left for this game. But guess what, guys? What's that old saying? What's that old saying that's out there? Get woke, go bro. Oh, right. It almost looks like we see another situation like this once again. Something that is really getting crystallized by Cabrutus and his Sweet Baby Inc. detected page, passing 350,000 users. The age of woke gaming is so over. The moment that you get exposed as colluding with one of those activist consultancy firm is the moment that you sign the death warrant for your game. Kill the Justice League? No. Kills Rocksteady. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.